continue on Highway 3.
Good morning. So I've already made my first delivery today. I'm on Highway 3, just leaving Eastport, Idaho, which is on the border. It's the border crossing. Delivered a load there. Headed back to Castlegar, north of Castlegar, Klesnikov, picking up another load and coming back here again. So I was doing transfers yesterday and I'm doing transfers today, short runs. Always feel like I'm getting punished. But usually it happens after you get a week of really awesome long runs, they give you a bunch of short runs. It's like, okay, I guess we can balance it out. I suspect though I'm not going to be able to get my second load delivered. I had to wait for 45 minutes for the paperwork to be cleared through the broker, so that killed some time. I'm going to have to wait a while to get loaded, the next load at Klesnikov, and then likely I'll have to wait for paperwork again over here, and by that time they've gone home in Eastport. But I get to unload first thing in the morning. At least there's that. So I think I've decided I'll take the flag down and leave it down. They seem to be lasting 2 weeks before they get really tattered, and that last one I left on for a month and it was just horrendously embarrassing running a flag like that. It's like I can't afford to run a flag all the time. So unless I can find a flag, like the last flag actually stayed together pretty good, but it got so dirty, and I tried washing it. There's no washing that staying out, so all the oil and grease and muck that it picks off of the road. So I'll fly a flag or two in July, but then take it off. I would love to fly it all year round. If somebody knows of a flag that won't absorb all the dirt and is good for high winds, really high winds, like 100 kilometers per hour, 120 kilometers per hour. Share a link. Someone left their motorcycle on the side of the road. So we're headed westbound towards Creston. Got my second load. Headed into Creston again. I'll go through town. You guys like it better when I go through town. So we'll do that. Dispatch just scared me. They emailed me the paperwork for the border crossing. I don't have my entry number yet, so I'm not clear to cross yet, but I have the paperwork. And on the top of the email it said, crossing Laurier. I'm like, wait, that's by Christina Lake. I'm on the wrong side of Kootenai Pass for that. That's a typo, right guys? Called, hey, is that a typo? It should be a typo. I'm crossing Eastport, yes? They're like, yes, you're crossing Eastport. That's definitely a typo. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. It's like, whew, whew. Like, that's a lot of driving I did the wrong way. Hurried to a double take and check my paperwork. I'm sure the paperwork says I'm going to Eastport. For some reason my AC didn't work when I did my brake check on top of Bombay Pass. I went down into Castlegarden in North Plastikoff. AC wouldn't work at all. But then after I loaded, started up the truck, AC had no problem again. I wonder if it froze up or something. Or it's a wiring issue. It looks like he's taking the bypass. Might be a wiring issue or something if you turn the engine off. Just like my dashboard went completely dark there that 1 week. Packard products seem to have wiring issues. Always annoys me when people don't pass me. Riding right on my bumper but won't pass me. It's like, you're obviously faster than me, you caught up with me. Just get by. And now they're driving halfway on the shoulder trying to look around me. Now they're on the yellow line looking around me. Why didn't you pass me when there was a passing lane? This is wide here too. Don't want them to pop up beside me here for some silly reason. They are on the shoulder there, so if they decide to pass me on that side, I will run them over with my trailer. I prefer not to do that. I decided to fuel up in Salmo because that fuel pump has DEF. I could have easily made it on diesel till the Flying J here, but they do not have DEF here. So I'll rather fuel up a little earlier and get DEF as well. Even though I do have that jerry can now, it's more convenient just to use the DEF. Right there's the Flying J. fuel station, no actual truck stop. Can't park in there overnight. No showers, no anything. Just card lock. At least that bike is way out on the shoulder. Appreciate that. Makes me less nervous. Sometimes I ride on the white line or even on this side of the white line. And that makes it a little nerve-wracking for me. I'm pretty wide. A lot wider than cars. What are we selling? Garlic. Garlic for sale. Or just garlic sale. I'm trying to think, is there any reason to stop here and get any groceries? Got lots of water. Got lots of food. Lots of snacks. No, I can't think of any reason stopping. If I did, I'd probably just end up buying junk food, so we won't stop for groceries. So Eastport Industries will be closed by the time I get there, so I'm just going to head through town. And about 35 kilometers past town in those mountains in front of us, on the other side of those mountains, there's a scale there. I'll pull in there, see if I have an entry number to cross the border yet. If not, I'll just go off duty and chill out and relax until I do have an entry number. I'll cross over the border and just park there. They've got a nice long driveway. They've got gates closing the yard, but they've got a nice big long driveway that's wide enough to go park on the edge and then sleep there. Spend the evening either being productive and editing today's video and yesterday's video, or just playing video games. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. This weekend we intend to stay home for most of the weekend. Jess has got an appointment on Saturday, and on Sunday I want to talk to my mom, so I'm not going to go anywhere. If we do, it'll be like a short kayaking trip or something like that. Too busy with pedestrians. Sometimes it can get really busy. Pull over here. Right on the right hand side here is a nice parking lot that Cal Tire uses to change tires for us big rigs. You can see Barry and Smith is in there, but it's hard to get a Super Bee in there. Pull in over there and go to Dairy Queen. I have enough snacks on the truck. Don't stop for Dairy Queen. Should do that on the weekend with Jess though. That's a good idea. I'll treat her out. Get some brownie points there for sure. So there's two towns here nudged up against each other, and the border is, I figured it out. I know where the border is now. should be a road. I believe right. Nope, it's just past that stop sign. The border is the other stop sign there, so it'll be right where the sign is. So no, actually this Ericsson sign is, I think, in Creston. I believe right here, this roadway here on the left is the border to Creston. Here it says welcome to Ericsson, yeah, so I think the other one's just a government sign that's actually in Cranbrook, or Creston. I always get those mixed up, but Creston. So now we're in Ericsson, which is less of a town, more of a spread out village slash orchards and lumber mill and stuff like that. So now that I brought up the fact that we're running US loads instead of Canadian weight loads, they're actually talking about it and asking more questions. It's like, we're going to have to talk to Sutco and see what is legal and what's not legal, or if a special permit's needed. All I know is we used to run full loaded Canadian loads into Eastport, and now we're running US loads. So I did figure out the way Sutco gets paid. We're making actually more money because of it, but our customer is paying for more trailers, so they're going to talk about it and see and figure it out and see. So our customer is paying more for more truckloads, so they're the way some of these orders are, it's either when we're sending 3, 4, or 5 trucks, sometimes it could be one less truck that we're going across the border if we're loaded a Canadian weight instead of US weight. So if they're small orders, it doesn't really make a difference, but if there's big orders, it could make a significant difference in money. Since Klesnikoff is such a good customer of ours, we don't want to be jipping them off, so. And of course, there's a bunch of drivers there, and we were talking about it, and they're all telling me to shut up. They prefer hauling the lighter loads. It's like, yeah, but it's not fair to our customer if we don't say something. It's our job to haul as much weight as possible, even though we would all prefer to be hauling less weight. If we make our customers more money, we're going to hold on to the contracts longer. So I will always say something. It's the right thing to do. There we go. I think we're kind of leaving Ericsson here. Maybe a couple, I'm not sure where exactly the border would be, but oh, he's got a guitar on the back, on his back. Jess and I are trying to figure out our vacation in September. Our vacation is from September 12th to the 20th. It'll be chilly out. Our plans were to be in Bristol, Tennessee, but that's not going to happen. So our backup plans were we're going to go to Texas, and that's not going to happen. So we've made new plans. We're going to go for a road trip. We're going to make sure it's a self-isolation type of road trip with minimal contact with other people, because I don't want to be responsible if all of a sudden I'm a carrier to spread it to some secluded town somewhere. So the plan is a road trip with some kayaking and nowhere where there's lots of people. The actual drive time, according to Google Maps, of this road trip is going to be 48 hours of drive time. And all the rest between will be we're finding lakes to go kayaking in, maybe find a couple of glaciers. It's a road we've never ever taken, so you guys will just have to find out what it is. I will definitely shoot some video. I don't know if I'll shoot a video every day. Depends on where and what we're doing. But I will shoot some video and share it with you guys. Seeing a lot of those home hardware trucks today. We are where we were in the morning. Going the opposite direction. If you guys recognize the end of the first clip. I'm definitely not making as much money with these trips. Oh, that might not be true. I might be getting a short haul bonus on these. Yeah, most likely I get a short haul bonus. So I might be making decent money, but I'm definitely driving a lot less hours, which is okay with me. I definitely wouldn't want to do this long term, all these short runs, but I've kind of enjoyed the first 2 days of it. We'll see what I get tomorrow. But one tall tale sign was, I fueled up today at around 3 o'clock. Well, no, it was before that, 2:30. When's the last time I fueled up? That was last week on Thursday evening in Kamloops. So I drove all the way from Kamloops home, and then on Sunday I drove to Midway. Then I went down to Colville, back to Midway, to Colville, to Castlegar, and then Castlegar to Eastport, back to Castlegar, and into Salmo, and then I fueled up again. But I still had plenty enough fuel to make it the rest of today. The like I said, I wanted DEF. So if I had really wanted to stretch it, I could have said that I fueled up Thursday and drove till Wednesday morning and fueled up again Wednesday morning. Would have been really stretching the fuel. Would have been right down to the bottom, but my math says I could have had no problem doing that. It shows you kind of how few miles I've run. And it's all been US loads too, so US and empty. So definitely save fuel that way. Right now it says I am I'm averaging 56 liters for 100 kilometers. Well, guys, I think I'll let you guys go. I'll pull into the scale in 20 kilometers from here and then cross the border. So thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. And hi to everyone that's watching. I'm meeting a lot of you guys that watch these videos. I know most of you guys that are truck drivers go, your videos are like 45 minutes long or an hour and a half or whatever. They go, I can't watch it. I've seen a truck go down the road. It's like, yeah, that's why you don't watch the whole video. You know, fast forward. Fast forward through it. You don't have to watch the whole video. Because to us truckers, my videos might be boring. They're like, don't you know how to edit? I'm like, I sure do, but I don't have the patience for it. I like to have a weekend. It's like, I could crop these videos down to 15 minutes. No problem. But I want a weekend. I don't want to spend my whole weekend editing videos. So I have an open offer out there. Anybody that wants to edit my videos, we can figure it out. I don't have the money to pay right now. Once we have 1,000 subscribers, I start making money, we can figure out payment method. But I think I'll have to get to the point where I have money coming in so that I can say, hey, I'm willing to pay someone this much money to edit videos. That's what I suspect. Of course, if someone is willing to edit videos now and wants to be an early partner, we could figure some kind of plan out that once it starts making money, the editor gets all the money until I hit a certain amount of money. Once I hit that certain amount of money, and after that, the editor gets a percentage. The more money that YouTube makes, the higher percentage the editor makes. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, I'm not a big, well, you know what, I can't say I dislike editing. I'm just not a big, I like my personal time on the weekends a lot. So anyway, I was thinking, somebody needs to edit all this out because there's all this filler here that we need to get rid of now. All right, I am out. Thank you again, and thank you for all those comments. Love reading them all. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I don't know where I'm going. Nobody's told me where I'm going. That's one of the things I like about this job. One of those things I like about Sutco. I plan ahead, but it's nice to get surprised too and go, cool, I'm going here. That's awesome. I've never gone there before. I like going new places. You guys rock. Adios. Amigos. Last word.